Hey guys, and welcome back to Manifesting with Amber. As you can see, we're doing something a little different today. I'm taking you on my morning walk, so I hope you enjoy the scenery. So, I was thinking for today's video, I would like to talk about the idea of how do we know when it's time to let go of something that is no longer lined up with us in a vibrational way. And I want to share a personal story that might help shed some light on this topic and also maybe inspire you with whatever you might be struggling with currently. So many years ago, I was working in the field of special education, and I got to know a lot of really wonderful individuals with varying degrees of special needs. And it got to the point where I realized that I wasn't feeling quite fulfilled. But the problem was I strongly identified with being a special needs instructor. And so it was so challenging for me to let go and to really listen to my inner being that was telling me, kind of prodding me gently in a different direction and basically telling me it's time to move on to something else, something better, and something that's more aligned with you. So just really identifying with being a special needs instructor, that's where the attachment was. It was in me not being willing to see that I'm more than an instructor. I'm more than a title. Now, these days, I identify with who I am at the core. I'm love, I'm kind, I'm things that are not changing, because things on the outside are changing all the time. You might change your profession, you might change your whatever it is on the outside. Those things are going to change, and that's why it's better to not really attach to the title, to your job, or whatever's on the outside. But anyway, going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but so what happened with me being a special needs instructor, I knew that it was time to move on because I just wasn't feeling happy. I didn't fully support the values of the organization that I worked for. I just felt so differently. And then also, I was working a 40-hour work week, and I have just always wanted to work less hours and build my own business and just do something that, like, basically spend less time working and more time doing things like this, like vlogging, and just being able to pick my own schedule. And that's what I really wanted. And so eventually I did get to the point after maybe a year or so of feeling very conflicted about what am I going to do next? Should I move on or not? Finally, I just took the plunge. I put in my month's notice. And although I did feel bittersweet because I was really going to miss my clients, at the same time, it felt right. And I just knew that this was the thing I needed to do. It was just time to move on. Flash forward to today, and I am self-employed. I'm a nanny, and I get to pick what hours I want to work, if I want to work during the morning or the afternoon, whatever. And I'm not even working 40 hours a week anymore. I'm working about 30 hours. So you can see that if I hadn't quit my job, then I don't think I would be in the position that I'm in now. Now I feel like I'm just that much closer to having my own business. Like, I get a feeling for what it's like to build have my schedule the way I want it. And then also, I don't have to answer to anybody. Yes, I am in contact with the families about their child, and I do have to follow their rules, but a lot of times it's just so relaxed, and my values align with their values, and it just works out so well. Sometimes you have to let go of the thing that's holding you back from what you truly want in your life, something that's actually in alignment with your values. So, and another indicator too, to know if something has expired, like it's just time to move on, is to kind of think about, like, how do you feel in your body when you think about this? Because I would get back pain when I was stressed. I would get a bad feeling in very particular parts of my body, like in my gut. But when I feel good and I feel in alignment with what I'm doing, I feel that good feeling throughout my entire body. So for me, that's the difference. When I feel that good feeling flowing in my entire body, I know I'm doing something right. And when I get that icky feeling in just a very particular part of my body, I just know that. And that's why it's really important to pay attention. Your body will let you know. Your body is a really good indicator of what is going on with in your inner world. So, if there is something that you've been grappling with, something that you're not sure if it's time to move on, and maybe you've been strongly identifying with your profession or even your relationship, and I'm not telling you to leave your relationship, but that's kind of a topic for a whole other video. But think about how you feel in your body when you think about this. And then also kind of take note, is this something that you strongly identify with? Because sometimes the things that we are so attached to, sometimes that means that we actually need to let go for something even better to come along in our lives. Something that's more in alignment with who we are now. Because sometimes, like, for example, when I took that job all those years ago, I was just in a different place vibrationally. I was vibrationally aligned to that job at the time. But now I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be aligned to that. And actually, something else I forgot to mention about that time in my life, that job was really not paying a lot. I was really struggling to make ends meet. But now I have increased my pay rate by a lot. And now I'm doing really well. And I'm getting paid the amount that I feel I deserve to be paid. So, that's the thing. Sometimes when you remove this thing that's really keeping you stuck in the past or stuck in those old values or the old vibration, sometimes you really limit yourself, and you deal with getting paid less, or you deal with being treated a certain way because you don't know that there's something better. And that's kind of like the overall message of this. Like, just know that, like, when you do let go of this thing that's no longer serving you, then now you're allowing for something that is more in alignment with who you are now. I'm walking back to my house right now. But the message that I want to leave you guys with is to take some time to think about this thing that may be holding you back, and have some faith that sometimes by letting go, that means that you're out actually welcoming something even better into your experience. So I hope that this message helped you today, maybe helps you gain more clarity on your situation. And I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. It's absolutely gorgeous where I live. And let me know in the comments if this video helped you out and if you have any questions. So until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.